Yo, what's up, Swag? And you already know what time it is, man. It's your boy King Lar, aka KL Swag, back here with a video, man. Look, man, we are back here giving another Matt B great reaction. The scariest part about this Colorado football team. Well, let's get into it. Oh yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I need y'all to understand this. We are
What
only
the?
2 weeks into the college football season, and this right here is what makes Colorado, this football team, so, and I mean so scary.
Why they show the dude like that? Nigga look scary as hell.
Well. Welcome back to your favorite college football reality TV show featuring Neon Dion, Coach Primetime, Coach Prime, whatever you want to call him, his son, Shadur Sanders, his other son, Bucky, recording the videos, and his other son, he's got like 3, 4, 5 kids or something, Shiloh Sanders, he plays defense, and also, can't forget to mention Travis Hunter. Gosh, man, I just can't get over how entertaining this Colorado football team is. And you know why it's entertaining. Say it with me now. The Dion effect. But that's besides the point. The point is, and the reason I've gathered all of you here today, is because we're here to talk about this Colorado football team and something scary, and I mean really scary about them. I know, right? Who would have thought the word scary and Colorado would be used in the same sentence? Not me. But here we are. And you know what? I'm feeling good. Hope you guys are having a great Wednesday. You know what? Let's do this. If we get this video to 600 likes in the first 3 hours, we'll upload another Colorado video tonight. And you know what that video is going to be? Only if you guys want to see it, we're going to preview the Colorado and Colorado State game. Some people would say, well, Matt, this ain't a big-time game, and I beg to differ. Any game featuring Deion Sanders in Colorado is a big-time game, am I right?
That's true. That's
We're
true.
preview for that game, and let's just say my opinion on that game might be a little different from, or probably a lot of different from yours and many others out there. Am I
That's
saying
true.
there's going to be an upset? I don't know. Come on back later tonight, and we'll talk about that. That is, if we hit our like goal of 600 likes, which I'm sure we'll hit by tonight, but you never know. And oh yeah, by the way, I almost forgot to mention this. I do apologize, but on the previous Colorado video, I said, hey, we're on the push to 10K. Let's see how many new subscribers we can gain from this video, and I'll tell you in the next one. And yet again, we gained over 500. Thank you so much for the new subscribers. And also, major shout out to all the OG subscribers, people that have been here for years now. So if you do want to help us get there,
Yeah, I've been
we'd love
doing
to
it for
have you part of
years,
our
just like
community.
me.
We're just a bunch of guys and girls that love talking
Probably
about
longer
college
than me.
football. That's all there is to it. You won't see us talking about any politics or any of that on this
Doing
channel.
something
'Cause
wrong, I ain't
I really
gonna
don't
lie.
care about it. That's just the truth.
I know what I'm doing
About
wrong.
sports and how
Somebody
many
let me know.
subscribers we gain off of this video, like I did in this one, I'll tell you in the next one. We got a lot to get into, and I do apologize for the long intro. All right, Matt. Blah. Should have cut it up. Now, without further ado, let's get into it. First things first, let me address this comment that somebody left on the previous Colorado and Coach Prime video. In that video, I'll pop it up right here. What do we talk about? I said, hey, the truth about this Colorado football team is they're just a good team. I said the conversation shouldn't be, oh, Nebraska sucks, oh, TCU, they're overrated. No, when are we going to come to the terms that Colorado is good? That's what that video was about. And somebody in the comment section, Mr. Terrell Brown, said, man, you got us winning 4 games, dog. Don't meet right now. I understand what you're saying, and I completely just disagree with the point you made, and I'll explain why. Well, number one, first things first.
He
I didn't
did
have
say they was
Colorado
gonna go
winning
like
4
5 and
games.
8.
I had them winning 5 games. I had Colorado going 5
Yeah,
and
he
7,
said 5
which
and 8.
honestly, given the circumstances and the schedule you play,
Better
that's
stand on
not that
it.
bad. But that's not even the point. The point
5
is
and
just
8
that, man,
is
don't
bad.
meet right now. So let me get this straight. Giving credit when it's due is meat riding. And let me also get this straight. Does that mean every prediction I have 4 or 5 months before the season starts, I can't change my mind? So does that
I
mean
said
when
7 and
I
5,
evaluate teams
7
from
and
week
4,
to week, I have to have the
depending
same
on because it's a
opinion
new
based
team.
off of what they did in week 1 as I do in week 10? I just think that's a very ignorant
Or
comment.
8 and
I'm not
4, that's what I
writing
said.
anything. Me sitting up here giving Coach Prime, giving this Colorado team and fan base respect and credit when it's due, that's not meat writing. That's just acknowledging what has happened. And I'm glad people in the comment section, shout out to Crown Brian, he even backed me up on this. He said, man, this man, referring to me, has been following Dion for 3 years now. Stop it. Yeah, you're right, because if you've been following up with the channel, I've been talking about Deion Sanders for years now on the channel. I've been hyping this guy up. So I'm asking you guys, let me know in the comment section. Can I not change my opinion on teams when talking about them? I just think that's a crazy mentality to have. For example, I thought Alabama would win the championship before the season started. Now, I don't feel the same way about them. Let's continue on, though, and lock in on what we really need to talk about in today's video. I know what
Damn, what the hell?
Matt, what makes Colorado scary? What's going on? Is it the fact that Shadur Sanders currently has over 900 passing yards, 6 touchdowns, 0 INTs, and a QBR of 83.7?
Crazy as hell.
Nah. Is it the fact that Travis Hunter is arguably one of, if not the best players in all college football? Nah. Is it the fact that Colorado has weapons at the running back and wide receiver position? No. Is
Crazy.
it the defense? Are they looking better? Not necessarily. Is it Coach Prime? Is it the coaching staff? No, I wouldn't say it's that either. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I need y'all to understand this. We are only 2 weeks into the college football season,
Yep.
and this right here is what makes Colorado, this football team, so, and I mean so scary. All the players on this football team now believe they are one of the best teams in the country.
Yep.
And I know what everybody's going to say, well, Matt, in the offseason, that was one of their mottos, believe, believe, believe. They always believed. And sure, you can say that, but if you played sports, you know this. You can have all the hype in the offseason, but you really don't even start to actually believe until you start winning some games.
You start winning
when
games,
you actually go out there and you upset a top 20 team, when you go out there and you take care of business against your big-time rival, Nebraska, your confidence, it goes through the roof. And the funny thing about this is I was talking to one of my neighbors about this before the Nebraska game because he was leaning towards picking Nebraska, and as you know, I picked Colorado. And he was telling me, man, Matt, I just don't know because I think some of those Colorado players in that team, they're going to have an inflated ego. They're going to get a little cocky. You know how teenagers are, and I understand that perspective. But my counterpart to it was, hey, I think this is what's going to happen. Nebraska coming off of that brutal loss in week 1, sometimes a one loss, it can beat you twice. Sometimes when you have a heartbreaking loss, it can carry over 2, 3, 4 weeks into the season. And I also told them, instead of looking at it like this, oh, the Colorado players, they're going to get too cocky and have too big an ego, I think actually coming off of that TCU win is going to build their confidence even more heading into the Nebraska game, and they're going to play even better. Because believe it or not, in this life, it is better to be cocky than to just doubt yourself and not believe in yourself a single bit. I'm not condoning being cocky, but I think you get the point I'm trying to make. I'll put it this way, and this is life advice. Your life isn't going to be any worse if you walk through this world believing you're the man. I'm telling you, if you get up in the morning, you look in the mirror and go, you know what? I'm the best thing since sliced bread. I'm a lion. I'm the man. I'm this. I'm that. Your life isn't going to get worse. Applying that analogy to this Colorado football team, that's how they walked into this Nebraska game. They had all that swagger and confidence coming off of that TCU win. They was like, hey, man, we're the far better team. We're going to go out here and crush these guys.
Oh, that's true.
That's what happened. And the scary part about this Colorado team is they're now developing that swagger and that moxie that Deion Sanders had at Florida State. Do they have as much swagger as prime Deion Sanders? Probably not. I mean, let's be real. That dude was just a certified menace to society. Deion Sanders is one of the very few people who could talk trash to you and actually back it up. Fast forward in time, though, to his current day, what's happening with this Colorado football team and program is they don't just think they should be competing in games. They think and they believe they should be winning these games and winning by 10, 14, 21 points, especially against Colorado State. And now I think Colorado, believe it or not, and I already hear people talking about this, their standard is to compete with the Oregons and USCs of the world. And that's crazy to think about because all these Colorado haters, well, they said, oh, yeah, well, you beat TCU, Nebraska, and you got Colorado State. We'll really see what they're made out of against USC and Oregon. Well, think about how ironic.
They barely played TCU, a great team.
3, 4, 5, 6 weeks ago, we wouldn't even thought Colorado could compete with USC and Oregon.
Literally.
That's what I'm saying. The tides have turned drastically because before the season started, it was, oh, yeah, we don't even know if Colorado can beat Nebraska and TCU. And now we're just brushing those wins off to the side because, oh, now we're comparing Colorado to USC. And I personally think these players have convinced themselves they are good enough to beat USC and Oregon. I don't want to look too far ahead here, but that is now the standard for this Colorado team. And I'm telling you, sports are weird. When you have a group of guys who believe more than they probably should, some crazy things can happen. There's a lot of terrifying things in this world, but I don't know if there's anything more terrifying than a group of guys who believe nobody can stop them. Am I trying to say, that Colorado's going to run all over USA and Oregon? No, I'm not saying that at all. But what I am saying is this Colorado football team, they believe they belong.
That boy need to get them dreads done.
I think a lot of these guys, they're like, you know what? That whole stigma around the program that we suck and we're not supposed to be good, that doesn't apply to us anymore. And it also helps that a bunch of these guys actually, 85% of the team, these aren't the same players that played for Colorado last year. So they didn't have that loser mentality of, oh, yeah, we're supposed to lose every single game. No. A bunch of these guys that transfer in, they were always winning all throughout their life. So they just took that winning mentality to Colorado, and we see what happened. I'm telling you, man, teams that believe are scary. And I remember one of my coaches always telling me this. Anytime we were beating a team at halftime by 10 or 15, 20-something points, he'd always tell us, look, we got to go out there and dominate in the third quarter, keep our feet on their neck, or I guess your foot on their neck. However their saying goes, keep your foot on their neck and don't give them any hope. Because if they get hope, they start to believe. And when they start to believe, they play better and they could catch up to us. And that's what's happening with this Colorado football team. They believe. I could go on, and I would love to talk about Colorado some more, but I'll probably see you guys tonight if we hit the like goal. I am curious. Let me know your thoughts down.
Damn. Okay. I like it. I like it, Matt. Be great.